Stobe the Hobo here in Jacksonville, Florida, preparing for the return trip to Missoula, Montana. Been out in Florida just enjoying this nice weather. When I left Montana, essentially it was frozen rivers and all that stuff. Look at this. It's like 70 degrees out here right now. It's great. Drinking a lot of beer, enjoying the sights. It's time to return, and it's going to be pretty much a big grind getting back. I'm not terribly excited about it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So the plan is as follows: depart Jacksonville on CSX. Hopefully just one train to Birmingham, Alabama. From there, I haven't totally hashed it out. I'm either going to get BNSF or NS West to either Dallas or Tulsa. I haven't decided on that yet. And then from there, I think I'm going to go back down to Tulsa or up to Dallas, depending on which one I get to first. And then somehow or other back to Denver. And then from there, I'm going to get another couple trains up to Missoula. It's going to be a massive amount of work. Hoping it's going to be nice and warm. This train here, this is crossing the bridge going south to where it's warm. And it's not going to be freezing up there because I'm accustomed to the warm weather now, and I don't really have any desire to go be cold again. It's March 18th, so hopefully this nonsense is done further north in here. The next day here, they're building this. I'm pretty sure this is the right train to Chicago. That should be leaving about 4. I'm hanging out with Travis, who's one of the YouTube fans, drinking a few beers. He's not going to be able to go because he has a job. He's part of the work-a-day world, and he's fortunately helped me out with the ride up here and stuff. We got beer in the cooler. I'll update in a bit here when it's time to go. So we got to do walk up to the throat. That train's gonna back up and pick up these strings here, and then he's gonna depart north. This is a high priority Chicago train. This yard, it's a pretty active yard, I guess. I mean, we're thinking all the activity out of Florida kind of comes through here. In Florida, 19 million people. So that's a lot of intermodal coming in and out of Jacksonville. Some of it's going further south, the Florida East Coast Railway. A lot of it's getting unloaded as well at this ramp, which I think is interesting because Jacksonville's not that big. But this ramp is unloading a good, couple hundred containers a day. A cooler of beer. You shouldn't be out in the open like this, folks. This is a little more sensible, walking in these woods. I don't think we're in gator territory, right? What? Dangerous reptiles in here? No. All right, he's putting another cut of cars on, and then he's gonna pull out, and I believe is gonna put another cut on after that. And it's when he stops the first time that I'm gonna try to find a ride. All right, he's picking up the other string. Now I believe he's gonna stop soon and then back up, and then I can make the move to get on. See the worker? He's switching the train. We're gonna pick up one more cut. And when the train stops again, backing up, I've gotta be on board. That's gonna be the last time I can get unstopped. Hey dude, thanks for everything.
You're welcome. Good meeting you.
Yeah, you too. We got a cooler of beer here. This thing, it seems romantic, this styrofoam cooler, but they just fall apart. Got all my stuff. Time to head north. Next stop, Birmingham. There we go. Travis. Should be an interesting ride. It's got trains going in all kinds of directions. This train's going all the way to Chicago. There's no reason it would mess around here. Outskirts of Waycross. This is Waycross! That's north. That's the way to Savannah and Charleston. That's the big old yard there. There's a huge old yard right down that direction there. And my train, we're just blitzkrieging through. We're not messing around here. If you watched Atlanta to Alabama, I would have gone through and crossed over this track. It's a four-way junction. It's somewhere right around here. It's the darkest hours of the night. This is the same place I went through on that episode. I don't know if I can even see the junction. So the last time I went to Montgomery from Atlanta, this time I crossed that junction. I'm going to Birmingham from Waycross. Must be Birmingham. Never been here before. Big old abandoned, train station here. Doesn't look like anything's coming through here anymore. Smokestacks. Alright, off the train here. I'm just gonna camp here. It's one of those things, you never know if it's a safe spot to camp or not, but this is what I'm picking. It looks pretty reasonable. Up here, this is very far north edge of town, is the CSX yard. Not a lot of activity at this second. Main line's coming in here. Here in the darkest hours of the night, and I'm gonna have to walk and quite a distance into town, and then I'm gonna have to transfer to the Norfolk Southern yard. And that's a good 8 miles east of town, so that's a mild annoyance. I need to be over there in time to get the Atlanta to Dallas train. I think it leaves Atlanta around 9-10 p.m., which means it should be pulling in here. I need to be in position by midnight, and I'll be there sooner than that. For the southeast, I'm really impressed. This is a clear river. I may have to jump in a couple hours when it gets hot. Folks may be thinking, oh, you gotta be dirty and gross all the time if you do this. It's not actually the case. I just got pretty clean. I got these. You can get a pack of 3 of these at the Dollar Tree, these wipes. And then I got a bottle of water. I was able to basically get clean with not even a full bottle of water and those wipes. And then I've got this clippers. These are a good deal. I'll give a free plug for this. It's battery powered. You can charge it up. It's good for 3 or 4 times before you got to plug it in. It keeps you looking, you know, reasonable enough. And long story short, I feel very fresh and clean right now after camping out in this zone here, which at first glance maybe appears grubby and disgusting. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to head into town, and nobody will know that I was on the train, and that's kind of the goal with me. I don't want people to look at me any different than anybody else. All right, so this is Birmingham. There's a lot of trains through here. You got NS and CSX. You got them crossing right about there and coming through downtown. If you look at the directions on the maps, I think this may have more directions out of it than any other spot. Because you've got, let me try to list them here. Nashville, Jacksonville, Montgomery on CSX, and then NS, Macon, Memphis, Meridian, Atlanta, Chattanooga. So that's 8 directions. It's old brick going on here. We're always into the old brick. So that's a good sign so far. It's Publix chicken special. It's pretty much as good a chicken as you're gonna find around here. I was trying to find some local chicken, but I gave up and just got Publix, and it's pretty good. So there's a pretty decent main line coming through here. Both CSX and NS are joined up coming through town, and then further up there CSX branches off, NS goes straight. There's more forks further down there too. This place was big in the civil rights movement. If you didn't know that, back in the 60s, and a lot of that southern stuff, southern history going on here. Right now, there's pretty much nothing interesting going on around here. While it looked like there used to be jazz clubs and blues clubs and all that stuff. All that stuff's pretty much shuttered now. Going on here in this park in Birmingham, and I've got the tour guide for the occasion. I've got Michael here. Tell us all about this park. What's going on?
Well, Michael's just not going to tell you about the park. Michael is going to tell you about the legacy, about the museum, about the church, about the park itself. We have true history here. This is very true history.
This park, this
park, the museum, the Civil Rights Museum, the 16th Street Baptist Church.
That's that, yeah, that one over there.
16th Street Baptist Church. It's really, really true history.
How long have you been here in this city, you know?
I've been here going on 25 years. I came here from New York, and I find it very, very interesting. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Young people, word of advice here. Word of advice is you don't mind your man. This is a serious matter here. We have to obey our parents. When you obey, you will live a long, productive life.
Reverend King's, he's up here.
Yes, that's him. That's him. He was no taller than me. He wasn't a tall.
So he's like 5'10".
Yeah, he was just my size. And people talk to me about Reverend King. He was just a powerful speaker. And I look at my leaders these days. They just don't get it. They just don't hit the message. What happened there that day on May 23rd when we were sprayed by water hoses? You see a water cannon there.
I just see people getting hit by water, but I don't see any.
The actual scenery,
Like fire hoses?
Yes.
Like fire trucks?
by Birmingham Fire Department. That's what happened.
That's a lot of force in those things.
It was a lot of force. Bull Cannons told them to turn the hoses up.
Yeah.
That's after the first day. That's the second day this happened.
Yeah.
Because the first day it happened, on May 23rd, he had jailed all of us. He just didn't put us in jail. He put us in the prisons, where we didn't have a lot of. He actually put us in cow pastures.
We're talking about the bomb. The KKK guys set off a bomb here.
1 sticks of dynamite.
Where did they set it off exactly?
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
Let's check it out.
I'm gonna show you. The 4 young black ladies. Look at that picture.
So the KKK blew up these 4 girls here. Wondering what this was. Okay.
The 4 young ladies.
Yeah.
Look at them. Just having fun.
At least they got the guys who did it. So it was here, you're saying?
Yes. Look at the mayor. That's the mayor. That's Bull Connors.
Bull Connor. That face there. People have seen that face before.
People don't understand why. And you know something? I talk to white people, and people don't even realize why this building was bombed. And I'm gonna show you in a few minutes why it was bombed.
Yeah, we're going. Is this stuff gonna be safe over there?
What? My stuff? They call that Michael Spench. Nobody mess
All
with
right,
Michael.
I got our beer is over there.
Nobody
so
mess with Michael Spench.
Got a
They know who Bench
6-pack
is.
of cold beer. sitting over there.
Nobody mess with Michael Spench.
All right.
Hey, sugar. The bomb occurred where we stand at right now. Blew half this church away. What happened was the 3 white men who blew it away, they eased into this area with 21 sticks of dynamite, walked up to the stairwell and planted the bomb. The bomb actually was supposed to ignite that Saturday night, but it didn't designate until that Sunday morning. And it brought Birmingham to the map where President Kennedy said this: "What the hell is going on in Birmingham? What the hell? Why is this mayor jailing all these kids? Why is this mayor sending these kids, sicking the dogs on these kids?"
And you're Jordan, the first female I've ever had on my show, which is cool.
Actually, all these young people at the ages of 18, 19, 21 years old are out here on these streets. They don't have no morals. They don't have no kind of issues about themselves.
The young people.
They walk around here with their pants hanging all off of them. The young ladies got their hair looking like a rooster. They don't have no kind of respect, no remorse for themselves. If you go down here to these churches that feed people, that actually feed people.
Well,
No, you're not. Let me finish. That actually feed people. That actually clothe people. That actually let people get their haircuts free. If you ask me something about Birmingham, I don't want to tell you nothing negative. I want to tell you things that's going on.
Where is the jazz club?
The jazz club.
That's what I'm into.
Is right here on.
I'm letting him answer it all.
Good, because you don't know where's the nearest jazz club.
You know.
Well, I saw one here, but I couldn't tell if any.
Don't say nothing. Don't
He
say
said
nothing.
don't interrupt him. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You
Where's the nearest jazz club, young lady?
You know.
Go ahead. You know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The nearest jazz club, sir. The nearest jazz festival is the Carver Museum, right here.
Yes, and down the street.
Oh, now it's
is
now.
the Nelson
Now
Brothers.
she know.
Uh-huh.
Now she know.
Who doesn't know about the Carver
Nah.
Theater?
Now, is this a swimming pool here? It's really hot. I'd like to take a dip. What is the policy if I just get in this pool? Is that a problem?
Yeah, that is.
That's a problem. I mean, look at this.
Actually,
It's like 95 degrees out here. So I'm down here at the NS yard. Now the NS yard is actually a ways out of Birmingham. It's here in Irondale, it's called. So, as you can see, decent amount of protection if things go nuts.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
All right.
Cool. He seems like a nice guy. That's the yard I'm gonna get on. There's only one train a day that goes the way I want it to go. Basically, NS from here just goes out of this way. It's either going New Orleans, Memphis, or Mobile. On NS track, however, there's one that goes on to KCS track in Meridian, and that's the one I want, to Dallas. I think it should be the only container train that comes through here. All right, here we go. The signals, the crew is on. As soon as one of those turns, namely the one, I think on the right, I gotta get on the train. Absolutely fatigued beyond belief right now. I'm so tired of just getting up at these hours. It's like, again, it's 4. It seems to be very consistent whenever I get on. I've not slept, but I've got a good amount of cold beer. So that's the good news. This train is gonna go to Dallas. I think I'm staying on the train. I'm not doing anything else. I'm staying on all the way there. I'm just gonna run up and get on. So I've got too much stuff to wait till he starts to move. All right, I'm going. I'm so tired. I'm fatigued. The pack's too heavy. I need a real legit break again. I've been gone from having a bed, I don't know, 8 days. I left on the 13th from my bed the last time, and I need another major break in a bed again, and I'm not gonna get it. In Dallas goes Irondale, the police station. At this cute little downtown that looks deserted. I'm about to hit the hay, I'm exhausted. Creeping through downtown Birmingham again. Going the other direction this time. I'm starting to think I might have not got on the right train. It barely left Birmingham. This is like 4 hours after I got on that thing. And I'm going past this yard right now. Which is game over, obviously. I'm going past it. I don't know if this train is gonna back into it or what. But there's something wrong. Something's not right now, I can tell you. I cannot possibly understand how this could happen, and I don't know about it, but this fucking train is not going any further. And it looks like this yard is extremely far from anything. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. I don't know what's gonna happen.